Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kitchen. Today we have an update regarding Concord and the developers Firewalk Studios. Studio's done. The studio is being shut down. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the details because we have an update from Sony Interactive Entertainment and an update from PlayStation Studios. If you scroll down here, it says regarding Firewalk, an announcement in early September. Certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, but others did not land with enough players. And as a result, we took the game offline. We have spent considerable time these past few months exploring all our options. So yeah, they said that they were removing Concord from stores and refunding players for the game. But they didn't say that they were, the game was axed off rip. They said that they were going to explore other options in regards to a possible relaunch. And apparently, yeah, I don't think that's panning out. They said, after much thought, we've determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio. I want to thank all of Firewalk for their craftsmanship, creative spirit, and dedication. And honestly, this is probably the best decision. This is the best decision because there was no way that Sony was going to ever make a profit on this game. This game lost like what, $400 million? Yeah, so if they would have relaunched the game, they just would have been losing more and more money. And to keep a game like this going for a long period of time and knowing that it was never going to catch on, I don't think that anybody was going to re-download Concord and give it a try. Besides like 10 boneheaded Sony PlayStation console gremlin rerees, not for nothing, but let's just finish up what they were saying. They said the PvP first-person shooter genre is a competitive space that's continuously evolving, and unfortunately, we did not hit our targets with this title. We will take the lessons learned from Concord and continue to advance our live service capabilities to deliver future growth in this area. Yeah, that sounds fucking horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I want multiplayer from Sony, when players were asking and demanding multiplayer, Sony said live service, gotcha, and this is where we are now, and that's super sad that they saw it that way. He said, I know none of this is easy news to hear, particularly with colleagues and friends departing Sony Interactive Entertainment. Both decisions were given serious thought, and ultimately, we feel they are the right ones to strengthen the organization. Neon Koi and Firewalk were home to many talented individuals, and we will work to find placement for some of those impacted within our global community of studios where possible. I'm a big believer in the benefits of embracing creative experimentation and developing new IP. However, growth through sustainable financials, especially in a challenged economic environment, is critical. Yeah, it doesn't sound like they learned much from the situation. It really doesn't. I said, well, today is a difficult day. There's so much to look forward to in the months ahead. Studios business group with our team. Yeah, right. Whatever you say, buddy. Personally, wholeheartedly believe that the main reason Concord took a fat, nasty L was specifically from the boring, uninspired, and downright ugly design of the game. The areas the game, took place in looked very bland, very plain, very uninteresting, and then the most disgusting part really was the characters. The characters were abysmal looking. Some, slightly better than others, but overall, general consensus is the characters look like garbage, and really, when you get into it, man, pushing the they-them shit, that only appeals to a very small subsection of gamers. And really, I think it turns off more gamers than it does excite gamers when you talk about that shit. You can clearly tell that this is a game that goes out of its way to virtue signal All right, to try and appeal to a very small demographic in the gaming community, and because of that, nobody gave a fuck. And then, upon playing it, realizing, it's just it's yet another hero shooter in the space. That didn't help either. A lot of people have said, it's that $40 price tag. Nobody gives a fuck about it if it's $40. If the game is good, they will be there for it. And if you could prove that it looks good, if you could actually market the game correctly, then people will be willing to spend their $40. It really doesn't matter to them. I mean, look at Helldivers 2. Look at Overwatch. All right, the original Overwatch launched at full $60 price tag back in the day. If the game looks convincingly solid and is going out of its way to appeal to the audience that actually does exist, not the modern audience, then yeah, people don't give a fuck about spending that money, spending that $40. That's a drop in the bucket, really, these days. I wish more games cost $40. I'd probably take more chances. But I have to be honest with you guys, and this is probably going to make some people upset, but genuinely speaking, I feel like nothing of value was lost here. And that's not me celebrating this. There's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. I'm not here celebrating the closure of Firewalk Studios. I want to stress that. But genuinely, nothing of value was lost here. They have proven that they are incapable of making an appealing game. There were situations in which Sony closed down studios and it really hurt me. Like Evolution Studios, the guys that made MotorStorm. Yeah, that hurt the fuck out of me. Japan Studios, that hurt the fuck out of me. Zipper Interactive, fucking hurts. It fucking hurts. This, I do not give a fuck. And neither should you. That's not me being parading on people losing their jobs. That just is what it is. It sucks. Hope they find work. I'm not trying to be mean, to be rude, to be malicious. It's just that nobody gives a fuck about this studio. The only people that cared were just people that saw that they could use Concord for the console war, which is hilarious because that game looked like garbage ever since it was first shown off and just never looked better since. So that's just my honest thoughts. Nothing of value was lost here. Nobody actually cares. Except Sony, who lost an exorbitant amount of money. But that's my general thoughts. I don't know, man. I hope that the industry learns from this. Stop making these dog shit ass games that clearly want to have that super ultra fucking progressive slant to it. It doesn't age well. Okay, they look like products of their time. And they do not really garner an audience more often than not, unless they look exceptional and just the next best thing. And really stop trend chasing. I think that is a really big thing to communicate with these companies. Sony should have lost $400 million trying something new here. They decided to trend chase Overwatch and try to, appeal to the modern audience and do that ESG bullshit. And they took a massive L for it. It would have been so much more interesting for them to have tried something completely new, really just put themselves out there and chased something that's not been done before. And given, they likely would have failed. Honestly speaking, they likely would have failed, but it would have at least been respectable. This is not respectable. This is beneath Sony. And a lot of people don't want to hold Sony to high regard, but given how well they did last generation, they should be held in high regard. Concord is a game that's far beneath Sony. And so, yeah, that's my general takeaway from this all. It's a shame. It's a shame that the entire industry just wants to trend chase bullshit. And this is what we get for it. The games are getting worse. They're not getting better. They're getting worse. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter at Mario Kart if you'd like to continue the conversation. Check out the shop where you can get cool t-shirts and hats and whatnot. Consider becoming a channel member. Gets you instant access to the Discord and gets you dope ass emotes for the Thursday night epic extravaganza that I put on every single Thursday. This Thursday is Halloween, so yeah, I had to do some things. I had to do some things to prepare. Let's just put it that way. If you happen to be free Halloween night, come and hang out with your girl, all right? But yeah, guys, what up? Beats, sit 'em out. Peace.